Fractured patients are arriving. God, we already have a queue though. You know what? We're gonna have another one. The queue is too big there. I want another one. Let's go fracture ward right over here. Can't quite get it the size I want. Why is that not allowing me to place it on the wall? It just keeps switching it back.
Hours will leave you speechless.
Quit it.
24 hours
Quit
a
it.
day.
There it goes.
This is 2 Point Radio.
Wow, they're so big, man. I need a bigger one. We're gonna go like this.
The pharmacy.
4 beds. The nurse station can be... Go like here. And then another one here. Put the ward door over here. Please fit. Ugh. Fine, there then. Plaster caster can come over.
Master general diagnosis.
I need 2 of these things. We need it bigger. Like, it's just so... The room is massive. The room is massive. This whole area here is nothing but this. Yes, this. This and this. But now I can't have the ward door, right? Right, so I'll have to get this machine. Well, this machine can go here then. Maybe a here? Does this fit here? It looks like it will. The ward door can go there, perfect. And then let's get plants to help make the place beautiful, and also let's get the radiator to help with temperatures.
Maintenance announcement. Plants need water.
All right, why won't you let me finish the room? Unaffordable. That's why. I spent too much money. I need to wait till I have more money to finish the room. It cost me $33,590 to complete this room. I have enough now. Good. There it goes. There it goes. Let's hire some nurses that know what they're doing. Perfect one. Hire another nurse that knows what they're doing. There we go. There's going to be 3 people working here if we can, please. And let's get benches to help them wait their turn with a little bit of comfort.
Research is being completed on a fluid accelerator, which is sure to speed up recovery for all those suffering from fluid-related maladies.
Fluid-related maladies. God. Standard for treatment, yes. Training, I can't afford it. Promotions, I can afford this only because I want to. Fluid analysis is complete. All right, so we are making money. I'm just in the hole temporarily, so we'll get back out of it now. It'll happen. But now we have a much better facility for handling these fractures. We have a whole nother facility, so I better not see anybody queuing up for this now. There should be no queues here. This queue length is silly. Because they have a whole nother facility over here they can move to. Yeah, there we go. Whole nother facility over here. It's perfect. And then...
Not being aware costs lives.
Please be aware. Not being aware costs lives. Can't hire anybody else. I can hire you. Go. What are you doing in here? Working in the deluxe clinic. Can you get out now? Go on. Silly.
Doctor required in deluxe clinic.
Edit room. Thank you. Let's go like that with it. My healthcare empire, Cribble King, is going all right. It's going all right. Piranha, thank you for the $5 tip. I appreciate that, Matt. Thank you. That's really nice. All right. I probably should train you. Bedside manner. Bedside manner. Anyone who's in the ward is gonna learn this. Okay, we'll take away you then. Off you go, train. And what was the tip message? It says, who ordered the Get Fat Charlie pizza? That would be Yashan, about 2 hours, like an hour into the stream. Yashan ordered it. He's a nice guy. So many nice guys. Okay, now we have a big money problem now. That's great. Do we need to take a loan out, or are we gonna be okay with that? Too many people. We don't have enough GPs now. We'll take the loan, just to keep us in the black for a second. But the queues are starting to pile in, and people are starting to get a little claustrophobic over there, I think. Might be worth getting this building. Like, this is really empty. There's nothing happening over here. And they're all piling in over here because that's where reception is. What if we moved reception? This is the front door. It seems a little silly to move reception. No, I think we just need to get them moving. GP's offices need to move. What if we put GP... Like, to receive them here and then not give them GP is kind of weird. More earthquakes? Jeez. I hate him. What? Don't hate him. Don't hate him. Clint, thank you so much for the 1,000 bits, just because Fish Boy is here. I would move all treatments out of the main building. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I think we need to move all the treatment out, because this is like really crowded. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move this pharmacy. I'm gonna move some of this stuff over here. I'm gonna move this pharmacy here. I'm gonna move this pharmacy.
We're sorry for the litter that you dropped on our floor.
Over here. That should at least start moving people in this direction a little bit more. You could plants. You need to add some prestige here. It would make them happier too.
Training course complete. Class dismissed.
Yeah, like this and like this.
Maintenance announcement. Toilets need routine servicing.
Alright, I moved the pharmacies out, so that's something. Then we can put general diagnosis. We can put a GP's office in here now. Extra GP's office will be good. Because we need more GPs. Like, the queues are getting insane. I'm thinking also of taking out one of these diagnosis rooms, since there's not, well, there is a queue for both of them. There is a queue. I was gonna think about taking one of these out and then just making a bigger waiting area. But now I'm thinking this is gonna be the bigger waiting area.
The health minister is arriving.
I like how I just took it away from them as they were using the machine. Like, they were using the machine and then I just said, no, you're not. Here's this. And there we go. Okay. Lord Cucumber. Good evening. How are you? I don't know. We'll see how the YouTube videos do, and then that will kind of determine whether or not we're playing this anymore. Not sure. I think I've experienced what the game's about. I'm not sure how I can be more creative than someone else. Like, at this point, I'm not sure how I can be more creative than someone else. That's my concern right now. Like, how do I do this in a way that is different from others when the constrictions, when everything's so constrained? It'd be different if they gave me one giant square and then said, go. That would change things. Like, one big plot of land and then said, go. I don't know. Clint Pope, thank you for gifting the sub to Lord Cucumber. I do appreciate it. Exhausted all forms of available diagnosis. Let's promote you. Promote you. Promote you. Sweet. 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 What's the loan? 50K. I need to pay off the loan. How much do I owe on the loan, actually? Because, pay it off. Cool. The loan is repaid. It's not only about being different from others. Your personality and commentary is a reason enough. No, I know. It's not like I feel I need to be different than other people in order to stream something or have even have fun with it necessarily. But I feel like for me, the game is not giving me enough flexibility, if you know what I mean. Like everything is like I was saying before, it's repetitive. It's like, oh, I need another GP's office. Well, where can I put that? When I do that, it's gonna have basically the same layout, the same little things. Like, what can I do differently? I guess I can, you know, oh, I'll throw a bookcase in here. Your office looks a little different now, you know? I don't know, it doesn't really do it for me quite like other games that are similar to this. Similar creative things that really have a lot more complexity to them. This one's a little, I guess the word I'm looking for is it's too simple. I wish there was more complexity to it. If there's modding happening later, that will change the game quite a bit. I hope there's modding. And I hope that there's like some seriously cool stuff for modding this. I bet there will be. Oh, I can't buy this because I just ran out of money. Yeah, it is. It becomes repetitive. It's very similar to, I'm comparing it now to, like when I think of this, I compare it to like Planet Base, which is a completely different game. But Planet Base is the same way. There's very limited things you can get, and there's only so many ways you can make a room. There's only so many ways you can, you know, yeah, there's only so many ways you can make a room. And so when you need more of that room, you make it again, and it looks the same. And then you make it again, and it looks the same. It has the tendency to be that way. In the early game, very interesting, because there's so many problems to solve right away. And that's why I say, like, once you like start a new hospital, going to a new hospital, is a lot of fun. Because you're like, I got this whole big canvas to explore. And I don't know what to expect. But you get to about this stage here. Right about where we are now. These aren't lined up, are they? They are definitely not lined up. There we go. You get about this stage here, and you start going, okay, what do I need? I need another GP's office. I need more general diagnosis. I need another psychiatrist. It's repetitive. It gets repetitive. What game does the engine, what game engine does the game run on? Unity? I honestly don't know. I haven't looked into that. It feels like it, but like I'm not a coder, I'm not a developer type. I don't know really what like the feel of like the Unity engine versus another one specifically, but it feels like it. I've played a lot of Unity games. It feels like it. I need more janitors. I need more maintenance. I need more things getting fixed, things getting upgraded, etc., etc., etc. All right, so see now this facility is getting used, right? We got 2 extra beds here. Hopefully these 2 beds will start getting used pretty soon. These guys are still coming in here with the lights above their head. We got lots of waiting happening here. What are you waiting for? You're waiting for psychiatry, okay? Broken face discovered. Our doctors have discovered a new illness, broken face. A condition that renders the face defective. Notable causes include daydreaming, faulty radishes, and high-velocity cricket balls. Send the patient to the fracture ward. I will say, they do have quite a bit of originality in terms of like the different illnesses and stuff that they come up with. So that part's really cool, and it's keeping the game fresh in that sense. But again, it does come down again to like more repetitiveness. It's like right now I need more psychiatry. Well, how would I solve this problem? Oh, all my toilets are done too. Yeah, I need more janitors. I need more janitors. They need to be able to fix things. Well, we could solve the problem by putting psychiatry here. But then that means that the waiting room now becomes over here. So this whole thing over here is now the waiting room. And then I could put a second bit for psychiatry.
Please use the toilets provided.
Please use the toilets provided. As opposed to the ones you brought with you. Let's put you here. And let's put you here. And you.
Nurse required in general diagnosis.
You know, I'll just delete you, it's fine. Rooms, let's go psychiatry here. And again, there's not a whole lot I can do originality-wise to make this room any different. Like I gotta put the radiator in here to keep it warm. Look, there's 3 different plants I can use, you know. Done, we have psychiatry now. We can split this up so the queue's not so long for this one. 6 for this, 6 queue on that is really long. We have more kudos. $240 kudos. What can we buy with that? And see, once you get further in the game though, I think then there's more because like there's still a lot of stuff here that's locked. And I think, well, it's not that much stuff actually. Most of this stuff is like posters and stuff that you hang on walls. I still want to get the gift shop. I still want to save up for the gift shop, actually. Speaking of which, is there anything left in the career?
What can I say about Flemington? With its beautiful winter gardens, its magnificent mansions, and its resident dukes, barons, and baronets. Well, I wish I could afford to live there for one thing. But I guess I'll settle for a visit instead.
Maybe this is the one.
Very expensive visit.
Maybe this is the one. Maybe this is the spot of land that will have like more flexibility. Because it looks like it's pretty big. Now let's check it out. Let's see what it's like. Let's see what it's like. I don't want to like stop the game or quit playing before I see all of them. So let's see this. A hospital in the wealthy town of Flemington. We'll go to the wealthy town of Flemington. Hospital in the wealthy town of Flemington. Flemington Hospital. Welcome to Flemington. A wealthy town where the people have more money than sense. I think we could make a killing here, pardon the expression, if we can get ourselves a marketing license. We can use marketing campaigns to improve our reputation, attract more patients, and recruit better staff. I suggest we focus our research and marketing on an illness that has been plaguing the area for a while, animal magnetism. Animal magnetism? This part of the county is quite cold. We'll need to put down some radiators to keep people warm. Yeah. Animal magnetism? What is that? I don't even know. Okay, so this is gonna give me some more to play with. We've got a big area here to work with, and we've got several plots here. Okay, this is a lot more to work with. This hospital is gonna be... See, the thing is, again, it's a lot of space to work with, but I'm just gonna have to make the same types of rooms over and over, which I suppose is what a hospital is, right? A hospital is, there's not a whole lot of variety in hospitals anyway. You have offices, you have patient rooms, which are all the same. It's not really something that is going to have a lot of variety anyway, right? So I suppose I'm expecting more than I should get. Let's get a reception area first, not this. I want rooms. Reception area here. About like this. Put this on the edge, and then we'll put 1, 2. Let's start out with 2. We can always put a third one in, right? Yeah, we can fit a third one right here. So let's get rid of that. Actually, I should be able to put this as closer to the edge, right about like this. Cool. Then, call that good for now. I know the reception needs an assistant. This is the final hospital. Why you still in tutorial mode? Haven't used an AC yet. Yeah, I think what it is because I'm up north. I say up north. I think it's what it is because I'm up north. Like these three are colder, but like these three here are probably, like this one down here is probably warmer, right? You can see like the temperate climate. Before, we never needed to worry about temperature down here. That wasn't unlocked. But now that we've gotten up here and unlocked it, then we'll need to come down here and we'll probably need to adjust these places to accommodate temperature, probably. We can collect that one, 250 kudos. Got this collection and this collection. Okay, those challenges all done. Career goals. Let's go back into Flemington and see what we can do with this hospital here. Is there a challenge to this game at all, or is it just busy work and reacting? So I think it's a little bit of both. I think the game presents a pretty good challenge, especially once you get to this stage of the game where you're a little later. I think it's not so much busy work, but what I will say it's just repetitive. You will get challenge out of it, but your remedies to those challenges don't necessarily require the greatest creative flexibility. I'll put that. Okay, so for this, for example, this is a brand new hospital, and it's probably going to be one of the harder ones because it's really late game. Plus, we're going into marketing now, which is totally different than I've done before. They also do objectives. You also have like objectives and challenges and stuff, like online challenges, which you can challenge other people and your friends and things like that. But I imagine since it's wide open like this, and we can get these two other buildings, there's a little bit of creative flexibility in how you lay your hospital out. So your initial layout can be very different from other people's. It's not going to be the same, but the formulation of that will require repetitiveness in placing the same types of rooms over and over and over again. Pretty much. Which is the way it would be in a normal hospital anyway. So this is going to be reception. And this is going to be where I want benches. Let's just kind of go like this. Put it over here maybe. Let's try. See, the patients aren't going to want to rest here. They're not going to want to stay here, right? They're going to want to go and wait near the facility where they're going to get care. So having a big waiting room actually doesn't matter. I can put this forward again. It doesn't need to be that big here. Cool, thanks for the explanation. I was a big Theme Hospital fan, but I'm so on the fence with this game. It looks and feels like Theme Hospital, but it just seems off to me in a way I can't explain. Just like too simple, or at least... Yeah. Simple would be a good word. Simple would be a good word. Not easy, but simple. I think the later in the game you go, the more complicated it becomes. Complexity is good. I'm hoping they implement mod support. That would be good. Because then modders can change the game and make it even more challenging or more different or introduce new map types. Maybe, new buildings, new maps. There's also been some reports of, and I haven't experienced this myself, but there's been reports of like certain features in hospitals breaking when you get super big. And I haven't gotten super big with a prison yet. With a hospital yet. We're playing Prison Architect 2. I keep saying prison. I haven't gotten super big with a hospital yet. So I don't know if it's going to be something that I would experience as well. Could be. Don't know. Let me see. If I go, we're gonna need lots of GPs. We always need tons of GPs. So let's just put GP offices along this whole wall. What would really help this game? The number one feature I want from this game. Mod support might be able to pull it off, but the number one thing I want is a room copy tool. Give me a room copy tool, and like all of my this is repetitive goes away. Because the repetition will be such a significantly smaller portion of your time consumption in playing it. Because you won't have to do this with every single room. Then I have to find where my radiator is, wherever it is. Then I can go get my plants and put my plants in the corners because that raises prestige consistently. Then I can maybe get my beach painting over back here, and I can put a clock over here. And then I can grab my chair, and I can say I want a chair over here too because this guy's gonna have his own coffee maker in here. There we go. Now, for some reason, the coffee maker's in front of the clock. That's not gonna work real well, so let's move the clock over here. Okay, that looks good, go. And there's my room, and it looks beautiful. That room looks great. I wish I could go, this is what I have. Copy. Copy. Paste, 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 paste. Done. And now I don't have to reset this up over and over and over again to have more GP offices. That would be great. The function's basically there. I mean, you have the ability to pick it up and move it. You know, I can move the whole room. You don't even need a button. Really cool thing, just make it, it's a standard convention already, right? Just make it to where I can hold shift. I pick it up and I hold shift. And now shift, shift, shift. It's already standard thing in most games. Just let me do that, you know? But anyway, that's one thing I think it really, really needs, because otherwise now I have to go back to my rooms menu, go to GP's office, another door, another desk, another filing cabinet, and yeah, you guessed it, off we go, doing the same thing we just did, you know? That's the repetition I'm talking about. And it gets old pretty quick. This room could use a little bit extra prestige. I just can't seem to place this clock in a place where it's not in the way. One thing I do appreciate from the game though, a lot, is the ability to edit other rooms while you're editing one room. So I can put a bookcase in this room and it's totally fine, and it will be in here and it will raise this room's prestige to 3, which is where I wanted it. And I can do the same thing in this room now. And I could do that while I'm in this blueprint editor. I like that a lot. So I don't need to be, you know, in this room editor to do anything. Coffee machine, coffee maker. Okay, we'll start with 2 GP offices. Off we go. 2 GP offices should be great for the start. I don't know what we're gonna need over here, so I'm gonna make a pharmacy here for now, because I know we'll need that. You always need this. And then let's hire an assistant. You are great. Get you in here. Let's hire a couple of doctors. You have psychiatry. That's great. Put you in the game. Let's get you. You're great with diagnosis stuff. Great. Put you in there. And let's get a nurse who's good with pharmacy tech. Perfect. And a janitor, which has both the maintenance and the mechanics traits. Perfect. We just need to teach you how to deal with ghosts and you'll be fine. Probably gonna want you just for the GD's office, which we're gonna make now next to this. Yeah. So we'll do GD here. Let's do a big bin out front here too. Yeah, this way. Been binge watching your videos on YouTube. It's so nice to see you live. Keep up the good work. Tats Titan. Cheers, buddy. Thanks for coming by. I was watching Surviving Mars a few months ago. Did you ever beat? Yeah, so that's another thing, Ratha. So I beat it. I have all the footage, but I dropped the ball. I started doing a lot of Twitch and hardly like any YouTube at all. And yeah, the efforts paid off. I got partnership, but at the expense of like really hitting my YouTube channel hard, which I think is still worth it, but especially since the last couple of the last week or so has been the busiest my YouTube channel has ever been in the history of the channel. So, and that's just from a channel-wide perspective. It's entirely because of Prison Architect, but anyway. So I did that. Why am I putting plants and stuff out here? I'm over here editing this while the blueprint for this room is still open. That's what I mean. You don't need to edit this room while this room's open. It's kind of cool. All right, let's let this run.
My contract stipulates
but like I have all the footage for Surviving Mars and I can still edit it and I can still release it, but now like the number of people that watch it are so low that the amount of editing time it takes to go through it is almost not worth it. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make one big super summarized video. It'll probably be an hour and 20 minutes long, something, for all the people who want to see it. And I'll just have the whole rest of it that hasn't been shown yet all summarized in one big video and release that. That way I can just say, I closed it out, it's here, it's done, awesome. We had all the different wonders. We completely conquered the map. We had all the different resources. We had all the wonders built. And that was like saying, okay, we got all the wonders, so that means we win. So we went pretty far, and we did a pretty good job with it. That was with 535, back when 535 was the hardest. 985 is my next challenge. If I'm gonna do a hardest difficulty thing, 985 would be my next one. And I tried 985 before, and I wasn't having any fun with it. Not because of it being too challenging, although it was very challenging. I wasn't having any fun with it because the challenge primarily was coming from RNG. And when the main aspect of your challenge is RNG, I just kind of say, I'm out. I want it to have some skill-based. I want it to have some sort of, like, there was points where there was no matter what I did, we would have failed, you know? Like, no matter how well I planned, RNG killed me in like a snap of a finger. There was nothing wrong, everything was smooth. RNG, quadruple tornado right on my base. Resources gone. What? Quadruple tornado, centralized directly on my base, killing all my stuff. What? It was terrible. But, you know, stuff like that happens. I don't know about 4 tornadoes in the same spot happening, but stuff like that happens. And if I tried to do 985 again, it would be very RNG based still. It would still be an RNG fest, but
Don't forget to tip your nurse.
At least it wouldn't be quite as bad because the game has changed now to where one of the optional features actually makes the game easier, but before it made it harder. Percentage-wise, it made the game harder, but it shouldn't have. And now they've corrected it so that it doesn't. So you don't need that. The optional part where I forget what it's called. I think it's chaos theory or something where like everything is scrambled. All your tech is randomized. That's not a thing anymore, which is good because the early game tech that you need to survive in the early game wouldn't show up for you. Meanwhile, you've got wanders showing up that you can't use because there's no way you can support the resources for them. That just made things harder. So, one of our patients, Pat Curtains, has been sent to all of our diagnosis rooms, but we're only 83% sure. Go for it. Treat him anyway. So what do I need now? Potty mouth, pharmacy. Good. Let's get a staff room behind this.
The taste of the sea, right in your mouth.
Just one right here. The general staff room right in the middle here.
This is 2-Point Radio.
Think about here. Switch this around and go like this. And coffee machine. Coffee maker here. Right in the middle for everybody. And then we'll need a radiator, of course. We'll put that here. Let's get the chairs. So they can sit with their coffee. Okay, good. Break room, coffee maker, all that stuff. What are you waiting for? You're too cold. Well, you can go over where the radiators are. That would help. It's pretty warm over here. Drinking fountain, probably an important thing to have. Put one on each side. And we can do a magazine racks if we want to.
Those unable to find the hospital will not be considered patients.
Those unable to find the hospital will not be considered patients. That's a good start for this one. So anyway, I think I'm gonna end it here. I've been streaming for a long time. Thanks for joining me today. I very much appreciate it. And hopefully we'll see you tomorrow.